Welcome back to our coverage here of the Youth US Open. And we have TCL Top Guns. They're coming up against DC Future. And scores two without loss. Nair is batting. And Bolisetti is a bowler. They have Nair is on two. And Mohandas is with him. He's yet to score. As I now welcome Audley as we continue coverage here of the Youth US Open in at the Central Broad Regional Park.
Thanks, Van Vinod. Yes, it's the youth are on display at this time. They're very talented. I've seen a couple of matches. I was standing on the side here, and it's unbelievable the talent that's being on display. The wicket keeping, the bowling, the fielding. Indeed, they are very talented youths. That one is put out on the leg side. No run. This is a 15 over affair. So the wicketkeeper settles once again. As some fielders are moving around, the captain would like to plug all the holes, make sure that the score is kept to the minimum. Cracked that one outside on the offside. Oh, disturbed the stump, but the batter was firmly in his crease, but he's been practicing that one. Umpires repair the furniture as it was disturbed by the return of the fielder, and they'll settle down to do it all over again. What I saw yesterday was a wicketkeeper after the bails was removed, and they were trying to steal a second run, and he had the presence of mind to pull the stumps, and we stood up and cheer. I said the knowledge, they had some knowledge of the game. Real good. Good coaching. And they are the future. Down the leg side, being called a wide by the umpire. Ball being relayed back to the bowler. We are in the first over. Ball number 4. Full on the offside, being cracked through the covers. The batters are running very hard, run the first one very hard. Second, they got 2. The score has moved on to 5 without loss. After 5 balls, still in the first over. And officiating umpire is Mr. Ivor Henry, wearing one of his many caps. Ivor, of course, one of our commentators right here. And he's a photographer. Another one through the offside, but beautifully fielded. First over in the book. It's 5 without loss. After 1 over, it's a 15 over affair as it changes over. Yes, so I was saying Ivor Henry, the officiate, the umpire that is in the standing end. It's Ivor Henry, wearing one of his many caps. Over number 2, coming up.
Thanks a lot, Audley. As we continue to give you the action here, umpire Ivor is very serious about his job and he's urging the players to move along quickly.
The bowler just aborted the delivery. Umpire signaled dead ball. So he'll be doing it all over. Oh, punches out on the offside. They run an easy single. Little change in the field there. Yes. Feel it at mid-on. Down to mid-on. And it throw the ball back in. One more run. So the score has moved on to 6 without loss. Let's remind you that you are live and lively on Max TV. Want to say good evening to you here in the United States. And it could be good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in Asia. Oh, that one is cracked through the offside, but it's fielded down there in the deep. And they have taken 2. So the score has moved on to 8 without loss. We are in the second over. As we see on the replay here, beautifully cracked out on the offside, down to the extra cover region. Oh, late cut through the slip area, vacant slip area. And the field is changing over because of the left-right combination. So left-right combination. Not a ball cracked through the offside. Would be just one. Picked up there by the sweeper down on the boundary. Still in over number 2. And it's 10 without loss. And remind you, it is a 15 over affair, so each bowler will be allowed to bowl just 3 overs. And the power play will be ended after 5, over number 5. Final delivery. Oh, and that one is turned around the leg side, down square leg, running. They have run 2. And I think they will settle with 2 runs. And it has brought the score to 12 after 2. So it's 12 without loss. Going at 6 per over. Very easy mathematics. 12 for 2 after 12 without loss. Sorry, after 2.
12 without loss, thanks a lot, Audley. Audley, a great servant here of cricket in America, commentator coming all the way from Atlanta. I always thought that Audley was from just around the corner. So always here on time and always leaves late. But such is his commitment, always been a part of the US Open family. That's a good delivery outside the off stump by Bolisetti. And there is no run. A nice fluent run up, nice rhythmic approach for a young man. Seems to be well coached. And young Mohandas just closing the face on that one a bit too early. Luckily for him, it went back along the track. Clear viewing of umpire Ivor Henry. He's keeping things under control. So Mohandas is taking strike now. Distillery is tugged away down to mid on for one. Nice approach here by Bolisetti. So the big guns are gone. The senior US Open finishing today. Congratulations to the champions, the California Bears. These are local teams. Umpire Henry there making sure he's in charge. This is a lovely shot through the offside. What a wonderful shot. And he can't get any runs. In fact, he's going to get an overthrow. Lovely shot through the offside. For number 3 in progress. Just cut away nicely for 4. Just getting some width. Nair, and he was able to cut it away square. It's the end of over number 3, 19 without loss.
Pretty interesting in this youth competition, Vinod. I noticed there are 2 ladies playing alongside the young men, and one of those ladies is the opening batter. I asked just before I knew exactly what her position was this morning when we were taking the photograph. I said, what position do you play? Are you a bowler, you're a batter? She said, I'm an all-rounder. And of course, she, in the exhibition that went just before this match, she went in as the opening batter. So we'll be looking, giving an eye, and see how well those ladies progress alongside the men. Now we know ladies cricket is now big. They were able to hold the T20 World Cup standing alone, and I think it was an overwhelming success in the Caribbean, and especially in Antigua and in the land of Darren Sammy. Very good support. So back to this match at hand. We are in over number 4. And they are batting to set a target. Future star, that is. And the commander, Ivor Henry, the umpire, just ask the bowler, hold your guns, right? Top Gun would like to fire away, but hold your guns, was told by Ivor Henry. That one was hit out on leg side, but smartly picked up. No runs. And the fielder, as he walked, rubbed the ball to keep that amount of shine on it, to make sure his bowler will be able to swing the ball. And this one just over the head of the fielder at mid-on. And it's down to the boundary for 4 runs. So, boundary in number 4, over number 4, the score has moved on to 23 without loss. Nears batting on 14 from 11. Mohandas 8 from 9. Oh, that one was driven once again down to mid-on. Picked up by the fielder, only one this time. And the constant changing of the field because of the left-right combination. Future stars playing Top Guns. Turned around square just for a single. Ball was thrown in beyond the wicket keeper, but overthrow was averted by the fielders backing up. So it's 25 without loss. We are in over number 4. 25 without loss. Future stars. Yes, that one was hit in the ear, but it came down in unoccupied real estate. In the meantime, the batters run 2. 25 without loss, all stars, future stars rather, sorry. And indeed, they are future stars. Not a quick single. And over number 5 is in the books, and it's also the end of the first power play, the end of the power play. After 5, it's 28 without loss. Future stars, and they are being tackled by Top Gun. They are trying to gun them out of the pitch and out of this match. Near is now on 15 from 12. Mohandas is 12 from 12, a strike rate of 100. Near strike rate about 125. still trying to set the field the way he wants it. Quick single. Quick single there. One more added to the total in over number. I think I was looking at over number 6, but it is saying we are in over number 5. So indeed, we are still in the power play. We are still in the power play, and it's 29 without loss in the 5th over. And near is 15 from 12. Mohandas is 13 from 13. And that one will be just a single. The score moves on to 30 without loss for Future Stars. And Top Gun will be trying to gun them down to the minimum score, that when it's time for them to chase, it will be maybe just a formality, but we'll see. Young, talented young men out there. Back to the bowler. Beautiful under the light here in Fort Lauderhill. Cut this one with a quick single down in the Turdman area. Two deliveries to go in over number 4, in over number 5. Sorry, over number 5. And the constant movement of the fielders after a single because of the left-right combination. And it's one of the things that the bowler will also have to change his line. .31 without loss, Future Stars. And the field is still being changed around. They just want to make sure that all the possible gaps are plugged. And just to remind you that there can only be a limited amount of fielders outside of the 30-yard circle. So this time, the final ball of the 5th over will be the end of the... Oh, good shot, good effort by the fielder there, but just out of reach. And in the meantime, they have taken, is it 1 or 2? 1. So now we are at the end of over number 5. It's the end of power play. Vinod?
Thanks, Audley. So at the end of the power play, they score 32 without loss. Taking full strike, Future Stars. And they're coming up against Top Guns. Two of the local teams here in this group. As you have the Kumar Rampat Academy. It's a quick break. Players having a drink. So Henry would need to push it to get these players to move along. Can't have a conference out there. Coach is on the field, probably giving instructions. Mohandas is on 14 and Nair on the 17. Not a bad start at all. 32 without loss. Yep. Akash is going to bowl now. Tired. Yes, Akash seems to be a spinner. Oh, in fact, I'm looking at his run up. He's a medium pacer. .32 without loss. It's Akash who's going to bowl from the southern end. As he lays back and plays square now, that's a single for him. Yeah, come. This is ball 90.
Okay, we are in the 6th over. And the score presently, Future Stars 35 without loss. Near is on 18 from 16, Mohandas, and 16 from 16. And they're trying to lay a foundation, a solid foundation that is, chasing the ball. Not a quick run. Will they be able to throw? No. 38 without loss. It's rather intriguing to see these young cricketers. Sharma is bowling right now. He is just a little taller than the wickets. But it's good to see these youths involved in cricket at this early age. One is pushed out square on the leg side once again. A single. Score move on to 39 without loss. Once again, the fielders will cross because of the left-right combination. Very pleasant night here. Night, pleasant skies. And he put the hammer to that one, and they will get 2. Will I get it? Yes, easily. 2. And Near has moved up from 19. No, Mohandas from 21 from 18. Total 41 without loss. Final ball, final delivery coming up in over number 6. Yeah, and that one went down. The fielder dove forward, but maybe just a little too far, and the ball did not stay in his hands. So another catch go up begging, or is it the first one? So at the end of 6, it's 42 without loss. Now we've got a new commentator here, and he's going to introduce himself to you.
Thank you, Audley. This is Shwethan. It's a pleasure. It's a big pleasure to be here. It's a great atmosphere. You know, it's brilliant to see the kids play under such facilities. My name is Shwethan. I'm the parent of one of the kids playing this game right now from the fielding team. Aditya Gupta, the captain of the Triangle Cricket League under 13 Top Guns team, trying to check who's going to bowl the next over. It's a pretty strong start for the New Jersey team. 42 at the end of 6 overs. It does appear that Adi is bringing himself on into the attack. I do believe that the Triangle Cricket League team needs a breakthrough pretty quickly. Nicely played off the back foot for a single to square leg. We just saw a couple of very, very high-scoring games this morning in this very ground. The kids are absolutely delighted to be a part of this. And you can see it from their effort and on the field. Batting, bowling, there's so much energy. Nicely flighted, it beats the keeper. Would it be 4 byes? It does reach the fence, and the umpire signals 4 byes. There's also a swap of batsmen. Nakiran has come into bat. it's only fair that many kids get opportunity to bat. It's a short game, 15 overs. So I think the coach of the New Jersey team deciding to give opportunity to as many kids as possible within the 15 overs. It was indeed a brilliant move by Cricket Council of the United States of America to give these kids a game each under such beautiful conditions and live telecast, absolutely pristine outfield. It will definitely motivate almost everybody to try and continue cricket, pursue cricket, to try and reach the highest levels. That was down the leg side. There is cover there, so that's a wide down the leg side. Adi is the senior most player in this team. He has to try and bring the Triangle Cricket League team back into the game, and hope he does that. The wides are definitely not helping that cause at this moment. Nicely played off the back foot. The ball was slightly short in length. Mihir Patwardhan is the fielder. The score goes past 50 now. It's 52 without loss. Oh, there's a chance at the bowler's end. A little bit of a fumble there. Backward of point. Couldn't get the throw back on time. Dot ball nevertheless. Oh, the batsman trying to go down the track. Kind of yorked himself. Another dot ball at the end of 7 overs. The score is 52 without loss. Over to Audley now.
Thank you very much. Over number 7 is in the books. Yes, over number 7 in the books. We are about to commence over number 8. And Sharma is about to continue. 1 over so far, none for 10. Back out on the offside. Straight to the fielder, no chance of a run. A keen run. Facing. And that one was wide outside the off stump, duly called a wide by the umpire. So he'll have to do that again. Beautifully fielded down by the square leg here. Beautifully fielded. Good cricket. And a very cheeky run as well. They run for their lives, so it's good all-round cricket here. Good all-round cricket. The 50 has come up. The 50 has snuck up on us here. That one down in the deep on the leg side. And they got 2 runs for that one. As I've said before, the 50 has snuck up on us here. It's 56 without loss. So the 50 came up in the 8th over. And now I think they'll be pressing as hard as they can to pile more runs on that one. I think they're beginning to get at least 100, 120. Top Guns will try to prevent them from getting anything much above the 56 they are right now. Yes, and that one. They run 2, but a no ball is signaled by umpire. Is it umpire Henry? Yes, umpire Henry. Signal no ball. So will they be doing the free hit? I don't remember seeing that signal. As Sweeten alluded to earlier, it's very important to have these young cricketers on this big stage. Turn down the leg side. Will it be? This one look like it'll beat the fielder down to the boundary. Oh, beautifully picked up. Let's look. Let's watch the signal of the umpire. Oh, it went over the rope, but it's a really good attempt by the fielder down there. And he did everything, and he grabbed the ball, throw it back in, but he was just beaten over the rope. So it has moved the score on to 63 without loss. When you can say you have played at the Central Broward Regional Park, you're talking about the only cricket ground that is recognized by the ICC in the United States to play 2020 cricket. International 2020 cricket, that is. We have had some international matches here played between the West Indies and New Zealand, the West Indies and India. The score has moved on to 64 without loss. What should have been the final delivery of over number 8 turned out to be a wide. So Sharma will have to do it again. And he's been encouraged by one of his teammates walking alongside him, giving some instructions. And this one will beat the fielder as the umpires signaling 4 runs. So at the end of over number 8, it's 69 without loss. Near and 31 from 26, and Akiran on 6 from 4.
Thanks, Audley. I have to admit that I was a little bit nervous when I started commenting on this just a little while ago. I think the nerves have subsided right now. I can be a little more easy and relaxed now. So, Audrey, I just wanted to differ a little bit with what you said, just a little bit, just a little while ago. There is another ground that the ICC recently recognized, which is in Raleigh for international cricket. Um I know that because I am from Raleigh myself, and the United States, Panama, Belize, and um, Canada played the T20 qualifiers just a couple of months ago, and I was a part of the entire Triangle Cricket League, trying to help them organize and stuff. One of the volunteers. So cricket in the United States is actually growing, and number of grounds is also growing. It's very good news.
Thank you very much. So on CNN and the rest, they will say breaking news. Thank you very much. Breaking news.
Absolutely, it's all good for the game. It's all good for these kids. Hopefully, we'll get more and more grounds next time we do commentary together. Maybe we may have 10 grounds here, and why not dream big? Maybe Test cricket. Oh, that was a full toss in. Picked beautifully for a boundary behind square. These are easy pickings. I have to admit that the bowling team has been struggling a little bit bowling to the right and left combination. The player is having a midfield conference, probably about trying and increasing the pace, the run rate a little more. It's 8.5 overs and the score is already 77. Nicely played to the third man area for a single. Triangle Cricket League still in search of the first wicket. Oh, that was the lucky inside edge. Could have gone anywhere. And instead he gets a single. That brings the left-hander back on strike. Nair is on 36 of 30 balls. Going down the track and tucking it away to the mid-wicket area. Good effort there from little Sharma. Cannot stop the runs being taken though. So score at the end of 9 overs is 81 for the loss of no wickets.
Thank you, Sweden. And that is easy mathematics, 9 9 81. So they're going at 9 per over. Good going. I did say I think they may be gunning for about 120, but I'll have to up it and say at least maybe 140 runs. The only thing that could peg them back right now, if a couple of quick wickets should go down, but they seem to be on par for at least 130, 140. And quick as they change it over, teammates run on and, of course, give them a little water, whatever they're drinking there, something to keep them going. Build the energy up. can just imagine the excitement going back home and saying to their classmates and the other teammates that we went and we played on the big ground in Central Broward Regional Park. Oh, a wicket nicely taken down the leg side. As a matter of fact, I was hesitating, listening, watching to see if it was going to be a wide, but no, it was tickled down the leg side, and the dreaded finger of the umpire went heavenwards. That means the batsman will just have to go. Beautifully taken by the wicketkeeper. And it happened to be the wicketkeeper is the son of my fellow commentator here, sweetheart. Yeah, sweetheart. Congratulations. And he's all smiles and jubilations in here. And we have to say thanks to you, because it's because of parents like you that instill the game of cricket in their children, why we can have a competition like this today.
We do have great inspirations. We have some cricketers who are now spread across the country. Just to give you an example, a lot of these kids are inspired by Alvin Kalicharan, who was the former from Guyana. He lives in Raleigh area, and a lot of these kids are still coaching under him, have coached with him in the past, and people like him, and now all the United States cricketers came to the Raleigh area. These kids were watching them play in a few live games. They spent time with them. They were all kind enough to pass on whatever little knowledge that they could in the times available. So everything, every small thing just keeps inspiring these people. So all we as parents could do is just provide them the support and confidence to keep going. And hopefully we'll continue to do that for as long as we could.
Thank you very much. Thanks to you and all those who are doing exactly that. So it's now 81 for 1. Tromabella, new batter. That one was hit, placed down in a long on area, picked up a single. In over number 10, Top Guns are bowling. Future Stars are batting. 82 for 1. Oh, could it be? Ball slipped out of his hands, so what could be a tight single end up to be a very comfortable one. And the score moved on to 83 for 1. And we continue to move across because of the left-right combination. Oh. Another one went to begging just over the head of the bowler, by the way. So picked up, returned to the bowler, one more run. So it's 84 for 1. After 10, it's Future Stars, 1 for 84.
Was a great over for Triangle Cricket League indeed, wasn't it? Just 3 runs and a wicket. Possibly a half chance there with a run out, which ended up being an easy single because of slight misfield. I do have to tell you that the little kids can score on this field. I know the outfield looks brilliant. So I think even if they score like 120, 130, there are a couple of big hitters in the Triangle Cricket League team. If they can stick around and bat for long innings, and I think any on a pitch like this, in an outfield like this, under brilliant conditions, I do believe that anything is gettable. And that's the beauty of the game itself, isn't it? You never can underestimate anybody, any team, and the shorter formats, especially, one or two people can just take the game away. We saw that time and time again over the last couple of days. Yeah, and last night was a clear example in the adult league, and today, what a beauty of a final! Just lost by 3 runs, 6 runs needed off the last ball, and the difference was just 3 runs. Oh, dancing down the track. Oh, is there a chance? Oh, yes. I do believe that there is a run out there. Oh, wonderful. That's the second wicket down, and the wicket keeper is involved again in the second wicket. So you could clearly see the umpires calling the kids from staying away from the pitch. It will be a big learning for them. It's probably many of these kids, this is the first time playing on a turf wicket. I don't even know if all of them or many of them are even wearing metal spikes. If they're not wearing metal spikes, it wouldn't be much of a problem, though. However, it's a learning for them. It's live, real life lessons. So is Triangle Cricket League Top Gun slowly clawing their way back into this game? That's Dash Gupta. Oh, that was slightly back of length. The batsman trying to go back on the back foot and cut it. I'm not too sure if it was there to be cut, though there was width. Another dot ball. Oh, that's too wide to start with. Though it came back slightly in, it wasn't good enough to be not called a wide. What was 9 runs per over about an over and a half ago is now slowly dropping down to 8.5, 8.3. Another dot ball outside off stump. Batsman trying to cut that off the front foot this time. The bowler Dash Gupta is the brother of the captain Adi. You can see both of them on the screen right now. Adi fielding at mid-off. Oh, that was too wide again. The batsman chased it. Another chance of a run out, is it? No. Safely back in. Would mostly have been a wide had he let it go. It was too full and he did go for it. Another not so well timed shot. We'll go into mid-on for a single. 2 new batsmen at the crease. Ila Murugan is on 1 and Turumela is on 3 of 6 balls. Time to get a few more dots. Just 4 overs to go after this, and if they do pick up a couple more wickets, they could keep them down to 120. Another dot ball. Is that a 5-ball over? The umpire called it. No, it's not. It's 87 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 11 overs. 4 overs to go.
Thank you, Swinton. 11 overs in the book, so it's 87 for 2 as we're about to begin over number 12. Ella Murrigan, 1 from 4. To Romela, 3 from 5, 3 from 6. Just 24 deliveries to go. Now maybe I will have to do another revision and doing it downwards. I may have to go back to my first prediction of 120. But it's cricket, what do you know? A game of glorious uncertainties, as it is called. You made mention about the competitive games we've been having, and that shootout, I called it, at the OK Corral last night with Andre Fletcher, so to speak, versus Mahaltra. And speaking of those full toss, it was one of those today that Andre Flett, not Andre Russell. He had a full toss and just played it into the hands of the fielder. You know, sometimes it's not the beautiful deliveries that really get the batsman. It's a ball that you can do anything at all with it and you end up hitting it into the hand of a fielder. Yes, sharp take and by wicketkeeper. Ball just slipped out of his hands as he attempted to pull off a very fast stumping. Can tell you he's showing a lot of promise, standing up to the wicket, spinner, receiving the ball and attempting to whip off the bails. He's definitely heading in the right direction. Oh. 1 run added to the total. And we are seeing a little practice session is being conducted right alongside the boundary down here. And it's one of our female cricketers. The one that told me that she is an all-rounder. She's the opening bat, and now she's throwing in some very fast deliveries down here. Well, back to our game. It's 91 for 2 in over number 12, the very final delivery. Oh, it's the end of the 12th over, and it's 91 for 2. Just 3 overs to go.
So just 10 runs of the last 3 overs. It's definitely brought the scoring rate down hugely. There's a switch of batsmen again, maybe trying to send some power hitter for the last 3 overs. Dash bowled a very good last over. He's bowling another one, looks like. So just talking to one of these little kids from the Triangle Cricket League when they played the game yesterday, and this kid goes down the track and tried to whack the last 3 balls that he played. He just got to play 3 balls and he was just trying to whack them out of the ground when they needed some 45 runs of 3 balls. And I was just asking him what was going on in your mind. You know, you thought you could win the game, and he was like, "Yeah, we could have won the game." What? And, I mean, that's real positive intent and. Approaching the game. It was really nice. Wide down the leg side. I think the coach has done something smart. He sent another left-hander, has he? The names haven't changed on the scorecard. Yes, they've sent another left-hander. And Dash immediately bowling a wide down the leg side. That would have been a perfect delivery for the right-handed batsman. In fact, he did bowl almost 3-4 dot balls last over when he bowled the same line and length. And this is a wide. And yeah, the name changes now. The new batsman is Ganguly. There was a former Test captain for India, former Indian captain Sourav Ganguly, was also a left-handed. Oh, yoked himself. This time trying to keep it outside off stump. It was pretty full. Oh, there's also another batsman who's new, Roy, on the non-strikers end now. Back-to-back dot balls, keeping the score just 92. Trying to slog across the line. Is that a run out? No. Roy facing his first delivery. He is a right-handed batsman. That should delight Dash Gupta. I think he's more comfortable bowling to the right-hander. He's been bowling pretty good lengths. It's too full. Not much of. Oh, it was a close one. Batsman coming back for two. He's been bowling choking lengths. The last three balls have been pretty full, and batsman could not get underneath. Just chopping it within the infield for singles. So. That was driven handsomely through cover. Again, the ball just barely going past the infield, just keeping it down to a single. These are very good overs, the last 4.5 overs. Just 15 runs added in the last 4.5 overs. Oh, didn't carry to the wicketkeeper. I'm not too sure if there was an edge there, though. There wasn't. At the end of 13 overs, score is at 96 for the loss of 2 wickets. 2 new batsmen still at the crease, and we have 2 more overs to go in this innings.
Thank you. It's Ganguly, 1 from 4. Been pegged down there by our bowler Gupta. And Roy, 3 from 2. The score is 96 for 2 after 13 overs. 2 overs to go. Now the next big milestone is the big 100 for Team Future Stars. And their future begins right here tonight. He attempted a big shot. And they have come up with second. Will it be a run out? I think it may be a run out. Let's see what the umpire says. Oh, it's a fumble. So the batter made his ground. So the score has moved on to 98 for 2 Future Stars. Not a quick run. And it's moved on to 99. Had it been an individual was on the score, it would be the nervous 99, but this is for the team. 99 for 2. Another throw that pulls the wicketkeeper away from the wicket. So the 100 is up. 100 for Future Stars. 100 for 2 after 13 and a half overs. Cracked through the offside. And it's 4 runs. 4 runs. By Roy. Mohan pitching up a little too much. Yes, and it was given the treatment that it deserves. The fielder, well, he was always just going to retrieve the ball. In the penultimate over. And it could be 4 more. Indeed, yes, it is. Signal from the umpire. 2 consecutive 4s. So will it be a hat-trick of 4s by Roy? Will it be a hat-trick of 4s? Final ball, final legal delivery coming up in over number 14. And let's see what Mohan will be doing this time. And clever delivery, sort of choked the batsman. Only one resulting from that one. So at the end of over number 14, it's 109 for 2 Future Stars. Sweden?
Not sure why the mid-on and mid-off are still there in business. You know, they should be back on the fence in the last couple of overs. And if the mid-off was actually all the way along the rope, it could have just been a single there. I'm sure these kids are learning. Soham comes into the attack. That's the last over of Future Stars batting innings. And Roy has just one reason to be batting at this time. One intent, I should rather say. With the spinner on, there is definite opportunity for stumping. I'm sure Roy's going to go down the track. Nice length there. Trying to come back for a quick second. And the ball hardly reaches the bowler. No question of a run out. The score is 1-1-1. That's Nelson. Nicely. That was David Shepherd, was he? Nicely flighted. Oh, is that a run out? And yes, Saharsh did pull off another stumping, another wicket there. Smartly done. So that's the 3rd wicket that the wicketkeeper was involved in. Proud father. Nicely flighted, going across the line, and he did a good quick one. $120 looks difficult now. Another left-hander. Yeah, now the left-hander. Oh, they just keep. I don't even know if they're just batting left-handed to get wides here. I do know of a lot of cricketers who are, in a lot of parents who force their kids into left-handers. They may not be naturally, a left-hander. I know of a few. That one again was flighted very well. Is that's an opportunity for a run out, and Adi couldn't get to the ball.
What was it?
Yeah, the left-handers are always elegant. There's some kind of an additional flamboyance when they bat. David Gower, Brian Lara, Saurav Ganguly. Another chance, and yes, that's a wide and a stumping nevertheless. The fourth one. Soham gets another wicket. That was a smart one. Saw the batsman coming down the track, or maybe not. I think it was always meant to be a wide. It just started too far wide, and a lot of drama there.
Just can't keep him out of the game.
Three balls to go. Let's see if he can get another one. 5 dismissals, involved in 5 dismissals would be a delight.
Could we call it a five?
I wish. I wish it could be called a fifer. Oh. 4.5 then.
You see, watch it in the replay. Oh, that foot was firmly planted.
Nice flight by Soham. He's probably flighting it. Oh, that's bold. Bowled him. Brilliant bowling by Soham. The flight is doing the trick. He's probably fighting it 3 times his height. Yeah, he's taken 3 wickets this over. Couple of stumpings and
Watching the replay here.
yeah.
Small taps, stepping down a big tree.
That's a lot of there's a lot of fun. They're having a lot of fun right now. Look at those kids. It's a delight. There's going to be a long queue, at the end of this game. I can tell you that in front of the telecaster's office for the video, for copyright. I don't know if it's possible to get these videos. Maybe you could tell me, Audley. Do you know if you can get copies of these videos?
The official score and Mr. Shaw, if you speak to him, he will give all the information.
Oh, that's pretty good. There's hope that we can get these videos. Another well-flighted delivery, and is that a stumping? Yes, that's the 5th one that the keeper has been involved on. And Soham picks up what, 5 4 for or 5 for? No, he was already on 4. Yeah, so that's the 5th wicket that Soham picks up. Neatly done. And that's the end of the innings. It's 7 runs short of even 120. So the innings really did seesaw, 81 at the end of 9 overs and to be 113 at the end of 15. really means that the Triangle Cricket League Top Guns have played wonderful cricket in the last 6 overs. That gives them a real good chance to get these runs now. There should be a quick 5-10 minute break and the second half should resume.
Okay, so at the end of 15 overs, Future Stars, it's 113 runs at the end of 15. How many wickets? I can't say, it's not on the monitor. But it's 115. That means that Top Gun, they'll be gunning to get 114 in 15 overs. And look at the last, just about the last couple of balls. The last 7 balls is 2 wicket, 1 wicket, dot, wicket, wicket. So the last over were some 4 wickets in the last over. That's phenomenal. And the wicket keeper was involved in all of the dismissals, stumping, run out, and as I've told you before, the Sweenan who is commentating here with us, that's his son. And he was very swift, always alert, looking to see if the batter was over the crease and standing up to the wicket as long as the spinner was on. So we'll be back with you in a little while when Top Gun will reply. They'll be trying to overhaul 113. They'll be gunning to get 114. See you back in a few.